Hi everyone, it's Patricia. Today I'm going to share two projects I created for Carla001 as a guest designer. So the first project I'm going to share is a 12 by 12 layout that I created about my daughter. It's actually a little bigger than the 12 by 12 layout because of this pinwheel that I made using a 12 by 12 sheet from Prima, the Songbird collection. And I also used the medium weight chipboard to create this layout. And I get asked all the time what type of chipboard I use in all my projects. So it's this type of chipboard right here. I purchase my chipboard all the time from Joann's.com online, and it's called the medium weight chipboard. If you guys just type it in, it will pop up. It's basically heavy duty for my projects. I don't like to use most of the time the heavier one that they do have also, so I usually stick to this thickness for my projects. And then also in the background right here, if you guys could see, I used the wood grain paper from Grace Taylor, the vintage scrapbook paper pad, and I love these papers in here. They're very vintagey looking. Very cute also, with teapots. A lot of fun colors as well. So I used the wood grain to cover the front and the back right here. So I used this one right here. So I used the paper to cover the front and also the back of my layout. And then I used the 12 by 12 paper from Prima for this border right here of the birds. And then I also used for the big pinwheel, the 12 by 12 sheet from Prima as well. And I distressed the edges with Tim Holtz vintage photo for every little piece of paper, for the butterflies, the border, the pinwheel, the picture on the edges also. And then I also used, for the center of the pinwheel, I used frog feathers flower. And then I used some burlap trim. And then I also fussy cut this image from the Prima Songbird, and I just glued it there to the center. And then down here I used a big Prima spray, and then I just added tons of gorgeous flowers and embellishments from Carla's Etsy store. So these pink ones right here are from Carla's Etsy store, and then also these right here as well. I added two, one over here and one right there. And then I used the porcelain / ribbon shabby chic Juliana's porcelain flower right here, and then also one right here. And then also I used 3 of these light baby pink wee sprays from Carla's Etsy store as well. Here's a Maya Road bird that I distressed with the vintage photo from Tim Holtz. And these die cuts also from Songbird. This one says This Moment, that one says Ticket. And then over here I also fussy cut some images from Songbird collection. This one says This Day, and that one just has a little butterfly with a love and the number 24. And then I added some of the burlap trim from Carla's Etsy store here in the back. And then over here I added this little bird bling from Prima, and it comes like this in the package. And I like these so much, guys. These are so much fun to use. So I just used the one of the cream on the layout right here. Super cute. And then over here I add some butterflies from my Mortisseur punch, and I distressed the edges with vintage photo. And then also I added some pearls and bling to the center of them. And then over here I add some bling to the picture. And I love that the Songbird from Prima, the collection, gives off the vibe it could be for spring theme or also for fall theme. And that's what I did, guys. I combined the fall with spring together because I didn't want the picture to be too light, and I didn't want it to blend throughout the whole layout. So I want to make sure that the picture actually popped out on the whole layout, because the whole layout gives me the vibe of shabby / vintage looking. So that's why I went with the fall picture of my daughter in the background. And over here I would do some journaling. These are also die cuts from Prima Songbird, and they just tuck underneath the picture like so. So I had a lot of fun creating this layout for my daughter, and this is actually one of my first layouts to share with you guys, because I normally don't share the layouts that I do for some reason. I don't know why. I don't mind sharing the pictures of family or friends. I just, for some reason, I never show it. So hopefully I start showing more of the layouts I create all the time. So let me just share with you guys the second project I created. Okay, so the second project I created, it's this little box. And this box is made out of wood. My husband found this at the dollar store, and I left the natural wood on top all the way around, if you guys could see. I just like the natural wood color, and what I did is just to bring out a little more of the wood grain design on it, I distressed it with this antique linen by Tim Holtz. So I just went over the whole wood with that first, and then I also added the paper from Songbird collection by Prima. And on top of it, there's a lot of sprays from I'm Roses. And then I add tons of gorgeous flowers from Carla's Etsy store and wheat sprays in the pink baby tone. And then also these little sprays that Carla carries also. I will have all the links down below to all these beautiful products that Carla carries. And also this beautiful flower also. And then on top of all these yummy flowers, I made a small mini bird album. And I didn't actually create this from scratch, guys. This bird album came from this die right here by Sizzix. And this one is called Bird Bovine. And basically what I did, I just cut out these parts right here from the vines, and I just used the bird instead. So I used that to create this little tiny mini album. And I normally know that the mini albums are supposed to go inside of a box, but I didn't want to do that this time. I wanted to put on top of the box. And then over here I added some of Carla's burlap trim and this beautiful resin flower. It comes 3 attached to one whole piece. And then over here is a little wire that I cut off from I'm Roses spray, and also this in the back. And then over here I added one more of those birds from Prima. These are super cute. And then inside I kept the mini album plain. I just used the Prima paper. I distressed the edges with Vintage Photo by Tim Holtz. Super cute. Isn't that adorable, guys? That is super cute. So that's the mini album on top of the box. And then inside of the box, I also added paper to the top and bottom. And I also fussy cut this image from Prima Songbird, and I just pop dotted on some pop dots. And then inside of the box also, I left it plain wood, and I also distressed inside with some distress stains. But I just put on an acrylic block, and then I went with my brush and painted it inside because it didn't fit that well inside there, so I could distress it. And then also inside I made some little extra goodies. I made this little tiny pillow box, and I closed the edges. I just wanted to make it just to display in there. It's super cute, but if I want, I could lift it open and just put some little beads or something in there. And then I punched out 2 times for my Mortis Store butterfly punch, and I just added them one on top of the other. I distressed the edges with Vintage Photo, and then I add some Prima Bling to the center. So this is another little goodie that I add to the box. And then I also altered this with a clothespin. I already had some lace on there, so then I just add some burlap trim from Carla's Etsy store, and this little glass light bulb, and then the I'm Roses flower. And then this is a bird from Carla's Etsy store. It's a white dove, and I just went in with alcohol inks, and I distressed it with also sandal from the daubers, the paint daubers on top of it, just to look very vintage looking. So that's another little goodie inside the box. And then this little glass is by Tim Holtz. And I used the chunky one right here. Super cute. I just punched out tons of little tiny butterflies from my Mortis Store punch, and I added inside of the glass jar. And then on the outside, I also added a Prima bird in the blue tone. And I think it came out super cute, guys, on the glass jar. Isn't that adorable? I'm super happy that actually sticks to the glass. I thought it was going to peel at first after a while, but it didn't. It actually stuck there. I'm super happy about that. And then I just added some twine on the outside just to make it more cute looking. And that's basically it, guys. I had a lot of fun making this layout for my daughter, and also altering this wood box just to go with it as a set. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and please do stop on by Carla's Etsy store and show her some love. And as always, guys, happy scrapping. Bye, guys.